Java Sea conceals many stories within its depths. Like the story of these men, the shark hunters. They are searching for treasure, the fin, the white gold of the Sunda Strait. Shark fin is a choice delicacy in Chinese gastronomy. Cooking it is a long, delicate, and secret process. Bland in taste, it is prized for its curative and aphrodisiac properties. Queyrat is the chef at the Vong restaurant in Paris. For an important Chinese customer, he prepares his speciality, braised shark fins, Tan style. For this ancient recipe, dating back to the Qing dynasty, he uses the finest quality shark fins, those of the ray shark. These cost more than $200 per kilo, twice as much as those of the mako shark or the tiger shark. Only the fin of the great white shark is as expensive. Since shark fin has no real taste, the success of the dish depends on preparation, which may last up to 10 hours. According to Chinese tradition, holiday meals must include at least one shark fin dish. At weddings, this dish symbolizes the guests' wishes of health and vigor for their newlyweds. To end up in the delicate hands of Queyrat, these fins had to make a long journey, which began in the Sunda Strait in the Java Sea. There, they were caught by rougher hands, those of the shark fishermen who leave from the small port of Labuan and go as far as Sumatra in order to put out their lines. Sawa is the best shark fisherman in West Java. He has been fishing shark for more than 40 years. He goes with his sons, teaching them his skill, to put out his lines in the middle of the strait near the Anak Krakatoa volcano. Roman is his youngest son. He is 20 years old, and he has been fishing with his father for 7 years. As dusk arrives, he prepares the line, about 100 fish hooks spread out along 1,500 meters of thick nylon cord, with a flag-topped buoy at each end. The line is made to go down to 150 meters, the level at which most sharks live. The bait is fish and goat or buffalo remains. Meat is the best shark bait, but it is expensive. Sawa cannot afford more than a few pieces per line. The shark hunt at nightfall. You must not throw out your line before, or the little fish will eat up all the bait. As you throw your line, you must pray to the goddess of the sea, Lara Kidul. She has the power of life or death over fishermen. You mustn't offend her. Sawa usually moors his boat to one of the line's buoys and spends the night at sea. But it is monsoon season and there are storms almost every day. It's safer to spend the night in the shelter of the closest island. Although near the shore, the fishermen would eat and sleep on their boat, for at night the islands are inhabited by the ghosts of sailors captured by Lara Kidul during the storms. If a ghost finds you asleep on the beach, it will tell you the tale of how it was captured by the goddess. The next day you'll wake up terrified. You won't want to get back into your boat. You will remain a prisoner of the island. As soon as day breaks, the fishermen leave to pull in their lines. It takes at least 3 hours to pull in, meter by meter, the 1,500-meter cord. Longer if the catch is big and resists. The grey shark is the most common catch in the strait. This one is more than 3 meters long. Its fins are wide and of good quality. Out of the 100 or so hooks on the line, at the most 4 or 5 will take a shark. During each fishing trip, which generally lasts about 10 days, Sawa and his sons will only capture about 12 sharks. So they are not to blame for the scarcity of this species. Though small in size, this tiger shark is very aggressive. It can sever a hand or a foot in one bite. The tiger shark, which grows to over 5 meters long, is as dangerous as the famous great white shark. It is especially partial to meat. This strange shark is a welcome surprise for Sawa. A gift from the goddess, he says. Its fins, of the best quality, are worth a lot. The Anak Krakatoa volcano towers like a god over the Sunda Strait. The wisp of smoke rising from its sides reminds the fishermen of its omnipotence and destructive nature. It confirms their beliefs. But 100 years ago, the god volcano Krakatoa, father of Anak Krakatoa, exploded. It was 3 times bigger than its son. A tidal wave and the ash rain following the explosion destroyed the entire region west of the Sunda Strait. This cataclysm gave birth to some of the richest marine life in the world. Ever since, the shark haunts the depths of this sea between Java and Sumatra. While his sons cut up the shark fins, Sawa insists on cutting up those of the goddess's gift himself. As a matter of fact, it is not a shark, but a ray. For the specialists, a rhino ancylostoma. All parts of the body of the shark are useful. The skin for deluxe leather working, the liver for oil, often sold as cod liver oil. Even the cornea of the eyes has been used in successful experiments in human eye grafts. Once, I caught a great white. It was at least 8 meters long, bigger than the boat. We struggled for a long time. I nearly turned over. That was 25 years ago. Shark fishing is a hard and dangerous job. Many die. But me, it is a boogie fisherman who taught me. He came to my village one day. I was 18 and used to fish with a net near the coast. He told me that shark paid better. Come with me, I will teach you how to catch them. I've been shipwrecked several times. The last one was 2 years ago. I thought Larrakidul had come to take me. Luckily, we were near an island. We all got out, but we lost the boat and the line. That morning, a storm came up. Sawa's experience made him cautious, but his oldest son, Lombre, living up to his reputation, prodded everyone. Both boats made directly for their goal, the legendary Buffalo Stone. Sawa knows through experience that the biggest sharks roam this mythical area. After several hours' search, impeded by the heavy swell, the flag marking the line is sighted. Meter by meter, in over 30-degree weather, Sawa's sons pull up the line with their bare hands, hoping the sharks are bitten. These fishermen continue an age-old tradition, using centuries-old fishing techniques, which remain oblivious to the progress of our civilization. Lombre directs the operation. The line is harder to pull up. Without gloves, the cord cuts the fisherman's hands. Something very heavy is on the line. A tiger shark, over 5 meters long, is caught in one of Lombre's hooks. Except for old Sawa, none of these fishermen have ever seen such a monster. Buffalo Stone has lived up to its legend. The tiger shark and the great white are the most dangerous of sharks. It is very difficult to defeat such an animal. These men have nothing but their hands and their courage to overcome the shark. Sawa's old friend comes to lend a hand, for 5 men are needed to pull the monster out of the water. The shark must weigh over half a ton. It's impossible to lift the animal. Lombre decides to bring the shark around to the front of the boat, where the sides are lower. He will try to take advantage of a wave to heave it on board. The shark is still alive. It's almost noon. The men have been fighting the shark for 2 hours. An even bigger wave almost overturns the boat. Lombre doesn't want to risk his only boat. There's only one solution: attach the shark to the boat and tow it. Lombre is the only one willing to jump into the water to tie the shark's tail. Fighting, losing more and more blood, the shark could attract others at any moment. He has to be quick. The shark must have struggled all night long because it is completely entangled in the line, during which it took the opportunity to bite a small tiger shark in half, leaving only its head. After laboring for 4 hours, the shark is finally attached to the boat. As in Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea, the shark is towed up to the beach of the Anak Krakatoa volcano, where it will be gutted and cut up. The fishing practices of these men date from another age. For them, each fish is a gift from the gods. Modern fishing techniques have not perturbed their archaic ritual. The fin of this huge tiger shark will enable the entire family to eat for a month. If the big foreign fishing boats with their nets invade these waters one day, the fish will disappear. And that would be the end of the wonderful adventure of the Sawa family and their treasure, the shark fin. The strong smell that the shark gives off attracts the fish eagle looking for an easy meal. These fins must weigh around 5 kilos. A catch like this one only happens once a year. How many times a year do these men come home with nothing?
Terus ukur peti mana? Jilona. Satu, dua, tiga. Satu, dua, tiga.
After 2 weeks of fishing, Sawa and his sons return home to Labuan, a small fishing port situated in the extreme west of Java. Labuan and its villagers live the typical rhythm of a tropical climate, which is only disturbed by the return of the shark fishermen. The sharks are immediately unloaded and auctioned off to the local fishmongers. The huge tiger shark, which Lombre proudly shows off, will be bought for only 50,000 rupees, $30. The fins, however, are not auctioned. They are bought directly by this Chinese merchant, who will send them to his boss in Jakarta after having them dried. Paul Junaidi is the biggest shark fin merchant in Indonesia. He is Chinese. His company, based in Jakarta, has a turnover of $1 million a month, which represents about 20 tons of fins. Before it is sold, shark fin must be treated to give it its smooth yellow aspect, its proof of quality. Treatment process is top secret. Each treater has his own method regarding the temperature and the makeup of the solution. The aim is to remove the skin without damaging the fin, without it shrinking, so that it has a nice color and a shiny look. It's very important. Here in Jakarta, only a few fins destined for the local market are treated. The others are cut up according to a precise diagram in order to grade them. Then they're marked according to the type of shark and its origin. Each fin is identifiable.
The cutting.
This is a ray shark fin, the best quality. We're going to cut it up here to remove the rest of the meat. The meat isn't good. Only the fin is important.
We use the business, not the meat. We must cutting this standard cutting. Standard.
This magnificent set will sell for at least $120.
My location, in my brand's office, they send by aeroplane to Jakarta, and we collect the shark fin in Jakarta in my warehouse. We chose the size and the item. And after that, we send to Hong Kong, and Hong Kong make clean in China. because the China, the labor cost is lower cost. And after processing in China, they send back to Hong Kong, and Hong Kong sell to all of the Chinatown in the world.
The Finns' journey is almost over. All that's left is for them to be carried to the table of Mr. Vong's customer. Sawa, Paul and Chiwa have done a good job. The customer will be satisfied. While Mr. Vong's customer enjoys this dish in honor of his daughter's marriage, does he imagine the story of the old man and the sea? The story of Sawa and his sons, the shark hunters.